So thanks for joining us. We'd like to know, what are your key messages for the WTM audience this year?
Well, first of all, it's such a pleasure to be at World Travel Market and to be here in person. I think what's impressed the Bahamas particularly is that we can have an in-person event and do it safely. So to see the protocols that are in place that actually reflect the protocols that we've put in place for the Bahamas. The message is that tourism, travel, we're open for business. We understand how important it is, not just for small developing countries like the Bahamas, but actually globally, and that the world is ready to get back to travel once again.
Now, the pandemic's brought about changes in traveller behaviour and consumer trends. How would you say you've adapted to those?
You know, one of the things that I just mentioned was the ability to come to an in-person event and know that there are health and safety protocols in place that protect all of us. And I think that that's something that all of our destinations have had to do. We've had to evolve, and the Bahamas was no different. So from really the start of the pandemic in 2022, the Bahamas public and private sector came together to create protocols that would really give confidence to travelers wanting to visit our destination, that it was a safe destination to visit. And so to that end, like many other destinations, we want everyone to be vaccinated, although it's not mandatory. But we do require that people have a COVID test prior to entering in the destination. And that's not only to protect our travelers, but also our own population. And I'm delighted to say that we have seen the return of travel in 2021. In fact, we've had a steady rebound, and so far we've had a safe one. And so it means that if people follow these protocols, they can work.
And finally, what's your game plan for 2022?
So one of the things that we know globally, there is such a pent-up demand for travel. And I know that this is an oft-repeated expression. In fact, I heard something by Richard Quest from CNN recently, and he says if countries don't seize upon the opportunity by people wanting to visit them in 2022, then really something's wrong with them because of this demand, and we're no different. In 2021, we've seen a steady increase of visitor arrivals to the Bahamas. We've seen increased airlift because of the pent-up demand. And for the United Kingdom alone, for the first time ever in our history, we will have 8 flights per week coming from the UK. Now, not only does this open up the UK to the Bahamas, but it opens up Europe and even further afield, because all of those flights leave out of London Heathrow, and so the connectivity is so easy. And so we're going into 2022 excited, fired up, ready to show the world that we like to say in the Bahamas, it's still better in the Bahamas, even after COVID-19.
Well, it sounds amazing. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.